Good afternoon, everyone. I want you to do one thing. Imagine waking up one day, turning on your faucet, and brown water comes out. Now that's not clean, that's not good for you to drink, that's not good for anything. I would avoid it. But even though this may be an imagination for you, for over 2.2 billion people around the world, it isn't. And for over 670,000 households in the US, it is not as well. You might think the problem is this far away, but no, it is right here in your hometown. It's not just in poor countries, it's in wealthy countries alike. Clean water and sanitation are rights that every human being deserves. It should be met globally, internationally, nationally, and locally. Now, I spent time researching this issue through credible sources like the World Health Organization, the UN Water and Nature Communications, along with an interview with an expert, Mark Dixon. Now I shall share my findings with you because access to clean water and sanitation, as I said before, is a fundamental human right. And this human right sadly remains unfulfilled through multiple places around the world. Today I will discuss this global and community state of clean water and sanitation, along with it being in Vermilion and USD. Now, billions of people still lack safe access to drinking water and water to wash themselves and do etc. Women with their hair, some men as well. This statistic represents more than numbers, because each household has at least 2 people, some even 12, some 4. So even though it's just 670,000, times that by 4, times it by 12, times it by 42, and that's only in the US. Imagine Britain, France, imagine all these countries. In many low-income regions, people walk long distances each day just to collect contaminated water from wells and things like that. The UN has tried to reach most of these places, but they need resources like global monitoring, countries working together, and most of all, communication between people. Closed mouths, you don't get fed. If you don't ask for help, how can you expect to receive help? The lack of clean water and sanitation has a direct effect on health and well-being. The World Health Organization in 2023 reports that improving water, sanitation, and hygiene, collectively known as WASH, could prevent up to 1.4 million deaths each year. Unsafe water and poor sanitation practices can cause diseases like cholera, diarrhea, and dysentery, along with typhoid. And children are most vulnerable to these. They are growing, their immune system is weak, and so is their bodies, and water is a vital need for them to grow and be strong. But contaminated water makes them weaker, sickly, and makes them prone for diseases and other such things. This can also have an effect on their mental state, and let's be honest, going to school drinking dirty water will not help you study or get educated. In communities without reliable sanitation, schools and healthcare facilities also struggle to maintain safe conditions, affecting attendance, learning, and the overall quality of life of those that participate in these things. There are also many social and economic impacts as well. When families spend hours collecting water, and some spend even more hours cleaning water, it takes away time for them to be productive in economic and social areas. And these cause a cycle of poverty and depression, which to some is difficult to break, and for others, in other situations, nigh impossible. While this might sound like a distant issue, even in developed countries such as the US, there are areas where these challenges are experienced and cannot be broken by those that experience it. Though on a smaller scale, of course in other poorer countries it's much on a larger scale. Now, a study in 2021 published in Nature Communications by Mueller et al. Found that more than 60,000 countries, 60,000 households in France and Britain alike have plumbing issues without correct pipes. Their water cannot get to their systems, toilets cannot flush. So this has allowed many diseases and stuff like mildew to happen. Families get sick, houses get so bad that people cannot live in it, and they are abandoned, they become run down. And here in South Dakota, some rural areas face difficulties maintaining clean and reliable water systems because of aging infrastructure and limited funding. This shows that water inequality can occur anywhere, regardless of wealth or the people living there. In 2015, the United States established with the UN Sustainable Development Goal 6 to ensure the availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. This goal focuses on universal, not just national or local, but universal access to safe and affordable drinking water, along with adequate sanitation and improved hygiene by 2030, but most likely this will not be achieved by 2050 or years after that. According to UN Water, progress has been made in some areas such as expanding access to improved water sources and developing data systems to track water quality. However, at the current rate of progress, many countries will fall short of achieving these target dates even by 2060. And that's not countries like the US, but the smaller, more impoverished countries. Efforts to measure progress under SDG6 relies heavily on international data collection, global monetization, and collaboration among organizations, countries, people, celebrities, and you yourself. Some organizations have collaborated: the World Health Organization, the UNICEF, and UN Water. Other countries and other celebrities, like some say Bill Gates, some say Elon Musk, these people also help, even though they will not advertise it. They do help to try and bring water and clean sanitation towards people, but they also do it as a tax write-off and just for fame. Now, in a UN water interview, experts highlighted that clean water and sanitation are not just technical issues, but also social and ethical issues. Because water is essential for everything. That is said in the Bible and more. Now, understanding its importance is the first step towards ensuring that no one is denied this most essential human need. In summary, clean water and sanitation are some fundamental human rights that remain unmet for billions of people worldwide. Globally, 2.2 billion people still lack access to safe drinking water. There are still health and social consequences, including preventable diseases which are not prevented, and inequality, and these continue to affect developing and developed regions. Sustainable Development Goal 6 represents an international effort to not just monitor, but to promote access to safe water and sanitation for all. I am not saying progress hasn't been made, because it has, but the global community still faces major challenges in ensuring universal access to clean water and sanitation. This issue extends across borders, affecting poorest and wealthiest nations alike. Thank you for your time. I hope you all learned something today.